Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and I have a happy card to share with you today that I just love. And this card features the beautiful artistry, okay. The suite is called Artistry Blooms. Oh my gosh, I can't even say it. And the stamp set is the hand-drawn blooms. This is a beautiful stamp set that comes with a set of coordinating dies. I'm missing the big piece here. And this is just such a phenomenal bundle. It's happy and bright colors, and I love the card. So let me show you how I put this together because it's really pretty easy and pretty fun. Yay! Okay, so first we're going to take, I'm going to protect my work surface here, and we're going to take a piece of watercolor paper. This is called Fluid 100 in the Stampin' Up! Catalog, and I've just got a scrap that I cut here. And I'm going to use a great color combination that's just happy, bright colors. I've got Magenta Madness, Mango Melody, Daffodil Delight, and Granny Apple Green. Now, I've taken a clear block, and I've actually squeezed some of the ink from each of these onto that block, and I'm just going to put a little bit more. So I've got my Magenta, my Daffodil, my Granny Apple Green, and then I just need to add some Mango Melody. So I've just put like a drop-ish on the block here of those four colors. And then I'm going to use one of my water painters, and I'm going to add some water all over. So just clear water all over this. I'm going to create a background. Okay, so I want to get most of the panel wet, and the reason is it helps the colors blend. So I squeeze the water right out of here. Okay, so it's pretty wet. All right, so I'm going to start by picking up some color and just dropping that on here. And every time you do this technique, it's going to be a little bit different. I also have, just off screen here, a little rag to help me kind of clean up my mess as I'm going. And I'm going to add a little more color here. We'll take and add some green, Granny Apple Green. I love the brights so much. And some mango. Now, one thing that can happen a little bit, so you want to be a little careful of this, is the colors can blend together and create, let's just say, not the happiest of colors. So I try to alleviate that a little bit where I can. So I'll add just a little more there. Now, the other thing I like to do is heat set this to dry the colors. And sometimes it'll push the color right off, and that's okay. So you want to dry this off. And you can see the more color you use, the more intense the result is. And if your colors are pretty watered down, then you'll get a little less intensity in color, and that's okay too, depending on what you want. This is a little bit more intense than my original, and that's fine. Like I said, every time you do this, you get a little different results. Now, the next thing I want to do is kind of create more of a watery look on here. So I'm actually going to take my Stampin' Spritzer. This just has some water in it, and I'm going to spritz clean water onto what I've already painted here. Okay, and I want it to be somewhat blotchy. So then I'm going to take my rag here, a paper towel or a Kleenex works just fine too. And then I'm just removed that, and you can see I've got all these splotchy little marks on here, and that's kind of fun. Okay, so now again, I want to make sure this is really good and dry, so I'm going to heat it once more. Okay, got those great splotches on here. And then I'm going to run this through my Big Boss machine. That's what I'm calling the new Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. We're calling it the Big Boss, and then the Mini Boss is coming, so that's exciting. All right, I'll take my rectangle dies and just die cut this background out with my stitched rectangle die, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the result is I've got this awesome stitched rectangle background, and isn't that just happy? Now we're going to cover a lot of that up. So what I'm going to do, or what I have done, is I've die cut the big die that's in the Artistry Blooms bundle, or the hand-drawn blooms bundle. And I've taken and die cut just this top portion out. This part creates little banners where you can stamp sentiments, but I only wanted the top portion, which obviously is all that would fit on here. So I'm going to adhere this right on top of my background. And I love the contrast of the white on that colorful background. I've got my silicone craft mat here, and I'm just going to squeeze out a little bit of liquid glue onto my silicone craft mat, and then I'm going to pick up that with my sponge. You can see it's well loved. This is just used for glue, and what I'm going to do is kind of even out that glue, flip this die cut piece over, and I'm just literally sponging glue to the back side of this so that I can add it to my watercolor panel. And this is a really great way to adhere things. I actually like this better than using the adhesive sheets that we carry. Okay, so I will attach this to my background like so. And then look at that, it is on there really good, and I am not full of glue, which makes me very happy. And once this is dry, I'll just rub it off and it's clean and ready to go for the next round. Now this stuck out a little bit, so I'll take my snips and just snip that right off. Now, if you like this card and would like some more inspiration, I have partnered with some other demonstrators around the world to produce a fantastic all-star tutorial bundle, which you can purchase or earn for free. And to purchase it, it's $15. To earn it for free, all you need to do is spend $50 in my online store. And today is a really good day to spend money in my online store because I am about to start the 12 days of Christmas with my VIP rewards members. And to be a VIP, you just have to order through my online store. And the link to shop my online store is in the description of this video. It's also on my blog. You can check that out. And when you become a VIP, I've got all kinds of great perks. And the 12 days of Christmas is going to be so fun. We've got all kinds of things going on. I have stamping challenges. I have lots of prizes to give away. I have mystery stamping. There's even a Stamp with Dina session. You can stamp with me live on Zoom. It's going to be a lot of fun. So all you have to do to be involved in that is order through my online store, and that is really fun and easy to do. Okay, now I have taken a 4 by 5¼ inch piece of Whisper White and embossed it with the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. I'm going to adhere that to a thick Whisper White card base that I have here, and then I will attach that with some Stampin' Seal, like so. Okay, so when you order $50, you will get that PDF emailed to you automatically. If you would rather purchase the tutorial, you can instantly download it with the link that is in the description of this video. It's also on my blog for $15. And there are 12 video tutorials included, so it's a really great value. And the projects are really beautiful, and they're a lovely little break from all the holiday cards that many of us have been making for a while now. And I think you'll really enjoy it. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this up onto my card like so with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Now I want to add my sentiment on here, and for that I'm going to take a scrap piece of black cardstock, and you can see there's several sentiments that are a part of this stamp set, and I'm going to use them to stamp out "Thank you, friend." And then I'm going to heat emboss that. So I'm going to ink them up with Versamark. This is the ink that stays wet long enough for you to heat emboss it with embossing powder. So I've got thank you and friend on here. I'm going to sprinkle some white embossing powder on here that I've got in this little container. Tap off the excess, and then I'll take my heat tool to emboss that. I think I got a little aggressive on my tapping. There we go, that looks better. So my heat tool doubles to melt embossing powder as well as dry watercoloring. And you can see it'll start to turn here in just a second when the powder melts. And once it's melted, just move on and you're good to go. Now it's ready to go. I'm going to just trim this out. And yes, it's okay that the words are upside down from one another because we're just trimming them really closely. You could use a paper cutter if that works better for you. This is pretty easy to do with snips. And I don't worry if they're exactly perfectly cut, because the idea is just to kind of cut them out and then mount them onto my card. Okay, I'm going to take that silicone mat back for a second. And when I put my my little piece on here, I'll put some snail on, and then it doesn't stick to the parts that aren't paper on this mat, like as it doesn't stick to the background of the mat. So it kind of naturally just kind of recoils back on itself on the back side of this piece, which is nice. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp friend, or stamp adhere friend right there, and then we'll do the same with the thank you, and you can see it's not sticking pretty much anywhere it shouldn't. If it is, I just kind of wrap it around, back around, and like I said, it goes on there pretty easily. So then I'll just add thank you and friend to my card, and there we go. I think I'm going to try to embellish just a little with some sequins. This suite has some really pretty sequins. We'll just add a couple on here to just put a little touch of shimmer, just a little. And so I'll pick this up. I'll stick one there. Another one over here. And maybe one right there. Just a little touch. So you can tell me, do you like it better with the sequins or without? And you can see this card is just a little lighter and this card's a little darker. And every time you do watercoloring, you get a little bit different results. I love that look. So let me know with sequins or without. I always love when you guys tell me which you prefer. If you would like to purchase any of the supplies to make this or anything else in my online store, I would so greatly appreciate your business. When you order through me, you help feed my family and take care of our household needs. I really appreciate your business. We are so grateful for you. And like I said, I've got a great VIP rewards program that I'd love to invite you to be a part of. And you can enjoy all the activities that I have planned for my upcoming 12 days of Christmas. They start today. So have a great day, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.